It's time now to take a look at what's making headlines on the front pages of some of our newspapers this morning. And we start, as we always do, with the business day.
All right, so ANC electoral support slides below 40% is what they're leading with. Again, as we keep mentioning, lots of polls are happening, and this one is from the Brenthurst Foundation poll, saying it's in line with several others, and it's a Joburg-based think tank, and the Brenthurst Foundation shows ANC's electoral support plummeting below 40% as political parties up the ante in the build-up to the crucial 2024 national and provincial elections. So they're going quite into it. I'm not going to go deep into it, but that certainly is a talking point, and we'll also sort of look a little bit more at it as the days go by. Desperate time. That's the photograph that is there this morning. An earnest plea executive director of the World Food Programme, Cindy McCain, speaks at the launch of the Food for Gaza initiative in Rome, Italy on Monday. 2 to 3 million people have been displaced, and starvation is what basically all of them are suffering with right now. Eskom highlights issues in the Treasury report. One of the most worrying findings in a report on Eskom's coal-fired power stations commissioned by the National Treasury appears to be inaccurate. Well, that's what Eskom are saying. They said the state-owned power utility couldn't agree with the report, which states that the urgent maintenance to the raw water treatment plant shared by Medupi and Matimba power stations was needed to prevent a catastrophic failure. All right, then finally, ABSA bad debt rises. So that's another one that they are focusing in on this morning. And then finally, qualifications of senior managers, a mystery. And this is that whole qualification of 1,779 senior management service staff in the government were not specified on the central system used for the administration of the public service payroll. Public Service and Administration Minister has disclosed. So yeah, lots more, but I'll leave it there.
Moving on to the Star, they leading with Zuma's MK set to be kingmaker. A survey suggests the likelihood of a coalition government emerging after May the 29th, but the EFF has questioned the credibility of a recent poll by the Brenthurst Foundation, which indicates that the DA is a hit with the voters and the ANC and EFF will suffer in the May elections. And this comes after the survey revealed that the voter turnout at 66%, ANC support is set to decline to 39%, among others. And then also Queen loses legal bid to be declared King's only wife. And the first wife of the late King Goodwill Zwelithini, Queen Sibongile Dlamini Zulu, has lost her Supreme Court appeal bid to be declared the only lawful wife of the late King. And also, water crisis can turn into a health disaster. The Democratic Alliance in the city of Joburg has raised the alarm over the water crisis bedeviling South Africa's heavily populated economic heartbeat, which is, of course, Johannesburg, warning that the city could face a pandemic linked to water scarcity. And some pictures also of people queuing up there to get some water. Those are some of the stories they look into in the Star.
Right, into the Citizen we go, and the Citizen taking a look, the big picture, the Oscars. So that was the light relief we got yesterday with the Oscar winners coming through, and you can see there Emma Stone, Best Actress for Poor Things, Cillian Murphy, the Best Actor in Oppenheimer, Divine Joy Randolph, the Best Actress for The Holdovers. Brilliant movie. If you haven't seen it, you must go see it. And then Robert Downey Jr., Best Actor in a supporting role for Oppenheimer as well. Lots of celebrations. Water power near collapse, and that's what it seems to be dominating papers here. Water and electricity challenges continue to exacerbate South Africa, and some Joburg suburbs have been without water for 9 days. Reservoirs are at historic lows. Experts say the failure to manage resources has taken the city to the brink of a catastrophe. And yeah, that's it. I'll leave it there for the Citizen.
Sowetan leading with the rapist dad jailed. Now, mom's family blames and attacks her. Her own mother and brother turned against the woman after the sentencing of her partner who had raped his 11-month-old child, and the pair have been charged with assault with intent to cause grievous bodily harm, and they are set to apply for bail. Quite the story there on page 2. And also Bruce set for crunch meeting with Khoza. That's, of course, the chairman of the PSL. And this is what you also heard from Vusiwe in the sports news. So those are some of the stories this Wetton goes with today.
All right, remember the SABC News website. Everything that you need is there all day, all night, and updated constantly with interviews, podcasts, and some very interesting news snippets. So do stay tuned and keep that one open all the time.